Good day and welcome to Cariconnect. I am Kimberly Ramkalawan, and today we have the distinguished honor and pleasure to sit down with CARICOM Secretary General Dr. Carla Barnett. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Now, you're the first woman to become Secretary General of CARICOM, and you're here in Suriname. You've just concluded discussions after a few days. You've met with the heads of government, and after being in office a little over a year now.
Going on a year.
And we would like to know how has it been since coming in as being the leader and chairing this conference?
Well, I'm the Secretary General, so I support the chair. The chair is the president of Suriname. I've been the Secretary General since August of last year, and it's really been renewing my role within and expanding, seeing how we can make the Secretariat more efficient and effective. Because I used to be at the Secretariat before, 20 years ago, in fact. So it's been an exciting journey so far. This is my second heads meeting because we had our first meeting under my watch in Belize in March. And so coming to Suriname for this one is the second one. This meeting has really been quite productive as well. We had excellent discussions. We agreed in particular to things like streamlining how we treat with movement of persons in terms of the definitions of particular categories of persons. We agreed on a strategy for mobilizing, promoting climate finance access for the region, a strategy that's based on organizing our approach to the regional community and also strengthening the capacity at the national levels for implementing climate projects. So we've done a lot of good work. One of the more exciting things that we dealt with clearly was the intervention that we had from young people. The CARICOM youth ambassadors had a representative in the dean of the youth ambassadors, who is a very bright, excellent young woman from Trinidad and Tobago, who spoke on behalf of the youth of the region following a discussion that the young people had at the CARICOM Youth Forum, which was held maybe about 2 weeks ago. So that was new for us. And there's a lot that we're going to be following up on, because we really do believe that young people need to play a larger role in determining their own destiny. So there you go. Those are the things that are come to mind as important things that we did.
Now, this year's extra special, CARICOM saw several external guests sitting in and making their presence known. They had an active role coming here, meeting the leaders of the CARICOM in person. Tell us, how has this worked in achieving the goals outlined in this year's meeting?
We had visitors in the person of the UN Secretary General. It's actually his second meeting in sequence, because he had committed to attending the meeting in Belize. And then at the last minute, he couldn't come in person. He attended virtually. And so when this meeting came up and we had a conversation with him in his office, he said, yes, he would love to come in person. We like to think we have an excellent relationship with the UN Secretary General. We like to think that he's an advocate on behalf of small, vulnerable economies, of small, vulnerable societies. And we know that he looks after the issues that are of critical importance in the region, good governance, ensuring sustainability of the environment. So there's a lot that we can talk about as a region with the UN because of the way he approaches the work. So he came and we had a good conversation, he and the heads, on the things that are of importance, particularly in relation to environment and energy and those sorts of stuff. So he was one important guest. And the other important guest, of course, was a special guest who spoke at the plenary session in the meeting, the Secretary General of the OACPS. who came, and we talked about collaboration between his secretariat and the CARICOM secretariat, and working together on things like reparation, all of the things that are important to many of the people in the region. So two excellent conversations with special guests.
Sounds wonderful and interesting, very fruitful indeed. Can you give us an idea what is next for CARICOM? I know that there are other meetings coming up. Give us an idea of what we can look forward to in the coming months.
Well, the next in-person meeting of the CARICOM heads of government will take place in the Bahamas. That's in February of next year. So we're looking forward to that. Also, July 2023 will be 50 years of CARICOM. So we are planning for high level of celebrations when that meeting comes off in the middle of next year, in a year's time. And we're going to be hopefully seeing across the region within member states events marking the 50th anniversary of CARICOM, include art, culture, music, intellectual discussion and debate, young people, old people. So we want to be inclusive in those celebrations, and those will be planned between the Secretariat and the CARICOM ambassadors. Those are the ambassadors of CARICOM countries to the Secretariat. So there's a lot that we're going to be doing over the next 12 months.
Sounds interesting. I look forward to the lead up campaign that you all will have to roll out these events.
Absolutely. And we're looking for the support of the media in that, of course, because in this world that we exist in now, where a lot of what we do takes place virtually, it is possible for a concert in Trinidad to be beamed to Belize, as I've seen, or from Barbados to Belize, as I've seen. It is possible for us to have simultaneous concerts going countries all at the same time and being beamed with continuity, so you think we're on one big sound stage, and the media plays a big role in both carrying it and in helping us to put it off. So we're looking for the role of the media in that as well.
Celebrating as one Caribbean.
Absolutely.
Well, congratulations to you on this 43rd regular meeting of CARICOM
Thank you
heads of
very
government.
much.
And thank you for joining
Thank you
us.
too. Thank you very much.
And thank you for joining us here on Caribbean Connect.